on? Hope everyone is doing well today. For those who don't know me, I go by Money Mazin. I am a trader, crypto enthusiast, chartist, things of that nature. Now, I am excited to bring you guys this video today because Money Mazin is a wizard right now with the QNT chart, and I'm loving to see it. With that being said, before we get into everything, Twitter's on the screen. Go ahead and kindly drop a follow. This is where I'm active on a day-to-day basis. I'm posting, damn near all day, basically. So Linktree's right here. You'll see in the YouTube description, about section below. Telegram channel. Discord group chat, anything you want to communicate, elaborate, things of that nature, we'll respond to you here, and other links followed. All right, so going off the 12-hour here, we had a lot of fear this morning when I woke up. So time of the video at the moment is 12:26 p.m. December 18th, Monday, Eastern US time. For those watching the video, I want to make sure you get a properly time update. Starting off, very simple. The main thing I was looking at until we had a pennant wedge formation form was this red box. All right, so how did I create this structure? Okay, first I look on the left side and we see two candles matching the wicks opposing each other side. Following, double candles upon the head and shoulders here, and then double candles matching here. Follow that, respecting the wick at the top of the key here as well. As far as the side left, with the two matching bars. So we pulled that in from the last range, basically, and now we are here with this pennant wedge type formation. Now, yesterday's video, we were basically somewhat up here. We were breaking somewhat of the structure around probably 109, 110, something of that nature, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm trying to get these videos out earlier to you guys simply because, excuse me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I notice I'll drop it one time, 500-700 views, and then some. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible for me to post at night. So we had matching wicks perfectly bounced right here, and I did say last night that if we did go below this box, that we would wick below. Completely possible and things of that nature, and I said that we would wick around here. I was hoping that we wouldn't wick below the 103 mark, but I'm not sure if I said 102. Please forgive me for the voice, throat dry as hell this morning. But perfect wick, bro. Like, this is amazing here. So we bounced it basically right off the support that I said. Now I want to show you guys my receipts here. So 16 hours ago from the recording, this is what it looked like. Fighting that 108, 109, like I had told you in this range, came down, bounced exactly like I said I would. It said it would. Excuse me. Can't even talk this morning. But following the bounce, bro, very, very clean. A lot of alts this morning. Looking red on the hourly, I guess we're coming back here. Bitcoin is on the move from the bottom. I am long on Bitcoin as well. We shorted the bottom down, sold that wick off, and now we're back long. So hopefully things are looking good. We can still have some chop. NFA, don't be copying me. I'm a degen. So as you can see, everything's pretty much red on the day, and we have Bitcoin dominance surging. So we'll take a look at all that in a second, but I just wanted to show you guys the receipts here. Perfect call on my end by Double M, and I think we just continue in this range here, rejecting, wishy-washy until we can break upwards, and then we'll probably head back up towards the 120, but pretensely we'll probably go back to the 115, 117. Hit that, reject, some more chop, squiggly lines, BS, and then maybe get up between the 115 and the 120 mark. That would be a new consolidated area in my interest zone. So we could just, let's see. So if we could basically get back up in here somewhere. So if we continue, impulsed up, continue here, chop, blah, 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 and then get back up. And then if we can get above that, zone here, 112, 115, and then use that as a new consolidating range of the highs, and then we could possibly do some more chopping, and then we'll follow with the breakout. A lot of people think, oh, well, we crossed this support line, so we need something like this going straight up, and that's not really exactly how this works. So you have to be patient, and a lot of people take the impulse buys with, like, when people see the candles going up, they're like, oh my god, I gotta buy more, I gotta long this, they'll FOMO into the candle. But why don't people have that energy when the candle is diving? Like, my best longs ever are buying when I am scared, like very scared, more of like, not so much of gambling, but to the sense where it's like, I know it's just a wick off, you know what I'm saying, and price is retracting. So go into my trading view chart here. I had this also. I had this formed as soon as we touched this peak bottom right here. So I'd say about maybe, what's today, the 18th? I'd say about like for the past 4 or 5 days, I've had this formation. Since we had the second tap off the wick, I did say on the 13th here to buy this pullback, and a lot of people were getting scared. And we'll see if I could find that for you guys real quick. So buy the pullback here. That didn't really get me exactly what I needed, did it? Okay. But let's see. Be quite patient with me. Please excuse me. Had to be 13th. Oh, here we go. I passed it multiple times. 13th by the pullback. Exactly where this wick was, following the wick by the double shot candle going up on the 13th. So basically where this white candle is, I did say buy the pullback. And this is exactly what happened. We had that shakeout complete, and then once I seen these two candles, that is when I drew that support line, which then led me to see this formation and then follow these candles, and that's exactly why I'm following this formation. So very simple stuff. I will tell you this, we had somewhat of this V bottom reversal. Now if we look at this on a 1 hour standpoint, we basically had this going also. So as well, we did see a morning star candle for a reversal, and that is also what brought us back up from top. I called this as well as soon as I seen this very small dot candle with a high wick, and then we had matching candles coming in and reversing. I did a post on this as well in my Telegram and called that bottom for the morning star as well. So all of my receipts are on my Telegram and my Twitter. So I'd recommend go take a look. So I think similarly, this is what is gonna happen here. Take a look here. So not accurate, but you get the drift right between the V with the top ends. So I think we just impulse up back to 111, 112, maybe get back in this mid range here, do some chopping, maybe go up and reject, come back down, and guess what? Can we go back down? Of course we can. So did we wick below? Yes. But for instance, look at this yellow line. We didn't go below that on the wick, but we went below final formation. So this just goes to show me strength. A lot of people will be like, hey, we're making lower lows, but it doesn't even apply with that situation. So, I mean, coming off this formation, that's what happens. If we break below candle close, that would be in my invalidation. Okay, so, let's see, following this. So I expect the same thing to happen here, and then so forth, and continue the formation. Alrighty, so we'll take a look at the QNT Bitcoin pair, just slightly. So we did have this V bottom I did have something up here. So this V bottom formation here, but we actually lost some strength. So that green line, resistance here for the V line formation to flip that, and that would create our V. But we created a V, but it didn't close above as a reversal, so it's not technically a bottom. To break above the green line would be a bottom on my end. So we're continuously grinding this downtrend again, and that happened because in the last 12 hours Bitcoin dominance has impulsed, and that just goes to show you in the last 4-hour candles we did the same exact thing here. So we are going down following the dominance, and as you all know, once Bitcoin dominance goes up, the dominance the price in the pair will tend to suffer and go down if we have lack of volume or lack of strength. So as you know, Bitcoin crashed June 2022. We impulse as soon as the June Bitcoin crash, when Bitcoin dominance was at its peak of the range. Once we reached our top, that was when Bitcoin dominance made a double bottom. So this price point right here, October 15th, 17th, things of that nature, that is when that was right between our double bottom on the Bitcoin dominance, which I'll then show you. Small impulse within range was the break of yearly uptrend, and the Bitcoin Q4 correction is when we impulse as well. So I just want to show you this so you know why these impulses occur and the correlation with the Bitcoin dominance. Now, for Bitcoin dominance here, looking in the range, I assumed that we would get back in the zone and consolidate, and it looks like that's pretty much what we're doing. So if we do go to 4850K, which is my, my max bullish scenario for the end of the year before the new year, this is exactly where I'm looking to be at, and I'm looking to sustain here. Now, a lot of people are showing stuff where we're like, I don't have the uptrend on my screen with the TA, but they have like a, I don't know, an uptrend here, as you can see. I mean, it's just, wick after wick. And they're saying that it's about to break and things of that nature. So we made, I guess you could call it, we made higher highs and higher lows. And so, I guess a lot of people would go off the top of the wick and say that's, the lower high. But you could just create a line right here and create any perspective or bias you wish to choose. So, we could really make this look bearish or bullish. I don't even want to get into it. But in the last day, all right, so this is what happened the last day. As you know, the weekly close was yesterday. So starting following today, Monday morning, Monday afternoon, we have this candle here. So this shows a lot of weakness right here. If you go down and then just the diagonal slant, you would think we would just come down to the 52.20%, but we actually shot up. Very odd on my end, but we are rejecting here at the wick on the left end. So if we can get above this, maybe get above a mid-range and things of that nature. So that's what I would see to look at, and that's also why maybe altcoins took somewhat of a subtraction. One more thing I guess we could look at here. I did not have a proper Bitcoin chart for you all. This I did not prepare properly, but just first formation coming in from impulse here, going into the impulsed up, new formation triangle. Now my max bearish predicament, which I doubt we'll even get here because we just created this higher low and we're sustaining with a candle above the range. This is exactly my confirmation on why I went long. I'm not telling you to do that because we could literally just I don't know. Imagine just longs just get squeezed and we all get liquidated and we come create something and then reverse, because a lot of the times in crypto lately you can't really go off textbook patterns textbook chart patterns as much. Okay, so that's just it's very iffy. Like if I go to like my little forex tab here and I want to trade like a GBP AUD pair and I see a bounce upon support in my checklist and I see like a textbook formation, then if I go off that, I'm more than likely going to hit it trading like a forex pair than I will on crypto, just because crypto has been so manipulated and just choppy and things of that nature. And you have to understand, you got to think about it. QNT holders and Bitcoin holders, both on spot, are not selling their bags at the moment. Volume on QNT is low, but most of this crazy chop movement is from the traders, liquidations, short squeezes, sweeps, things of that nature. Spot is looking very healthy. A lot of people, I'm not going to say are greedy, because how is taking profit in the low 40s greedy when we're in a bull market? And like, if we take a look here, all right, we'll just go off the weekly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like eight or nine weekly candles in a row pumping. So like for people to be bearish here and we broke right back above our long-term yearly uptrend, I just don't see how you could be bearish. I think that's more selfish and like I don't know. Like, how could you sit there and have that type of perspective or bias after the market just gave you this? Like, I just, most people, man, they just are too emotional in this space, and it's like you can't sit there and be cool with 8 green candles and then be tripping off 1 or 2. You get what I'm saying? So, even if we did happen to come down towards 38, like, would I enjoy it? Not really, but I would also love it in a sense because it's going to give me the best long position ever just to come down, retest, and boom. But I think the uptrend will hold, and I think 40,039 will hold just off these candles. So we came down and wicked to the bottom of that. We keep this higher low, man. Maybe create some type of little pennant triangle, little BS that we've been making the entire time, and then boom, shoot up towards the 45 to the 48 range. My max greedy prediction would be like 50. 51ish if I'm lucky, but I'm cool with, like, I really want 48. 48 is my ideal, but we could settle for 45, 46, 100%. And that's just what I'm looking at here. So just remember, pay attention to Bitcoin dominance. Please pay attention to altcoin pairs within Bitcoin, Ethereum. Some people even do stuff like, larger cap altcoins like Solana. Check out like the Bitcoin dominance. Check out the total cap pairs, man. Like this total cap 3, a total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is our altcoins. We fell below our major resistance, which we almost made support, and we came back down. So I suspect somewhat of a bounce here in between 415 and the 430 billion mark. And once we create that blue line right here, 450 billion as a support, our next upward target is going to be minimum 580 something billion. Total cap 2, we have a double bottom continuation build up phase. Broke the downtrend, double bottom, build up within this range, breakout. We're going to hold this box. I don't have any doubt in my mind. 657 to 700 billion, and we are holding this. If you check this out on the 3-day, candle is above the box, and we are wicked below. So be sure to follow me on Twitter, man, because I post like alpha content like this like all the time. So total cap 1 here, we came to a rejection. So these are all wicks here, so I believe that's why we're having somewhat of a correction around the wick range, but I feel like we must go up and tap these candles at the 1.65 trillion. Do we have to? Not really, but that's just where I'm leaning towards, just having my experience in the market. So like I said, man, going back to, I know it's a QNT video, but all this stuff relates to QNT, and if you want to know why the price market may move the way it does and things of that nature, I am just trying my best to help you out. So I mean, this is holding. This looks very good, man. I wouldn't necessarily, I'll say this. I'm not trying to give you financial advice, but a lot of people are like, oh, well, should I go long now or should I do this? And I'm like, man, if the best thing I would have done was, when I said it would go here in bounces, that's when you should have had your buy order set. But I mean, there's always a risk on getting back in. But if you see some little choppiness here, man, I guess if we break through, think about it. If you got in at 107, push up towards 111, use some lev, you be straight. But I just, please be careful if you're not a trader. Just take some time, man. I started out trading with $5 a trade on Mexi, just playing around, and now I'm 2-3 times funded, and I trade altcoins on Mexi, and I do Forex and Bitcoin on the funded account. So with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you are a QNT lover, most of my subscribers are all QNT holders, so salute to you all. Take a look, man. Follow me on the Twitter, join the Telegram, join the Discord. If you're just interested in my charts and you don't want to have community or anything like that, Telegram is awesome. If you don't have social media, Twitter is also a best place. I post charts all the time. And that's pretty much it, man. So if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe. It means a lot for a small channel that is attempting to grow and help people as much as I can. And please comment your thoughts below. Good, bad, ugly, agree, disagree. There's no such thing as a wrong bias. It is Money Monday, so let's go get some money and have a great week. Salute, and I'm out.